Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today we will be coloring in Mermaid Legends by Anastasia Elly Koldareva. Now this is the first edition of this book. This is a very old book. This is the first edition. They no longer sell this book. There's a second edition. I know you can get it off of 70 East Books, the second edition. So the second edition has a much nicer cover than this one. But the page we're going to color today is this one. Apparently I can't go live because I'm having camera issues. Luckily I still have my video camera, and we can do it that way, but it is a shame when I cannot color live. This is an old one that I did a while back, so we're gonna do this one. Apparently this is an unfortunate thing, but this is now what I gotta do until I can figure out what is wrong with my webcam. Either I gotta buy a new one, and I can't even do the front facing camera. So I'm very upset about this because this means we can't go live and I can't do as much interaction with you as I would like to do. Here's the second problem here. The second problem is if I can't get either camera working, that means then there's something else. I have to have someone come in here who knows more about computers than I do. So we will do the disclaimer. The disclaimer is that this channel is for those who, it is an adult coloring channel. It is also, sometimes I do diamond painting on the channel. So this means that this is going to be a very different different video. It is a color and chat video, unfortunately, and it's very frustrating for me because this means now I have to do it like this until further notice. I'm a little upset, to tell you the truth, because I was hoping to do it live, and now that I can't do lives, or the other option is I have to buy a new video camera, and that costs a new webcam, and I've had that one for a few years, so that would be another expense. Not that it's bad to have an expense like that, but you know, they're all costing you money in the long run. So this is a very old edition. You can get a copy of this book on 70 East Books, and if you look around, because this edition is out of print, but I think the other edition. So I'm just going to move the thing down so I can get closer to the picture. So as you guys can tell, I can't do this when I go live. That's the other thing. There's some things I can do on a free thing. I feel bad that I have to do it like this because this has been things that are beyond my control that I can't fix, but there are some things then. So the color we're using is pomegranate, and this is PC 135. I mean, we always have the video camera, and this is a backup. I feel a little upset because you guys know that I love to color live, so when I can't color live, it's very frustrating to me. I mean, thank God we have this to do, you know. But this is not the way that I wanted to interact. I'm doing some laundry. I'm off today, so I was hoping for some things to arrive, like my Bridgerton box set that I bought for Mother's Day. It was like only, I think, what was it, like $30, a limited edition from Illumicrate, Crate. So I'm waiting to see that when that arrives. I know, it's Mer month. So I'm hoping we can get some nice colors in there. Oh yeah, making her like a dark red hair. I'm gonna keep the hair the same color, but no, this is meant to be underwater, so we can do all kinds of things with the hair. I'm thinking this is gonna be purple. The leaves are gonna be green. We can do a lot of things with this. The paper in this first edition is really nice. I like that it's spiral bound, but you know, this is one of my older mermaid books. I love Anastasia Elly Koldareva a lot. I really hope that I don't have to go back to pre-recorded videos and that this is a one-time thing. I know a lot of you like the pre-recorded videos, but you know, the thing that I miss, the thing that I don't get, this ain't a bad thing, the thing that I don't get when I do a preview back is your feedback. So, you know, usually you guys will tell me to do this, do that. I'm hoping I don't have to buy a new webcam because that would be money, you know. So, and I'm thinking a light brown there. Yeah, I know. And I'm thinking really very pastel-y colors here for some of the stuff that I have here. So I have my Color pastel pencils, which really make it nice. So then we get a nice yellow. What I was thinking was a nice orange in there, you know, like a nice bright orange. We'll start like an apricot. This is the apricot from the Color pastels. You can tell I use these up quite a lot. I have my computer right here. You know, I fully charged this. I'm hoping eventually someone will answer my question about why things are not working. So this is what I did with my webcam. First of all, the first thing I did was they told me do a Windows update. Did that because I thought, oh, maybe it needs an update, you know, you need an update. So maybe I need an update, I thought to myself. You know, you want to rule these things out. You know, you try and do the things that you can do to rule them out. You know, my whole thing is always try to rule yourself, give yourself a chance. And then these are my Holbeins. Make yourself as accessible as you can and try to do the things you know you can do well. And this is, what is this? This is the brown in my Holbeins, and I have my gel pens if I need them. So, you know, I got a little mad. And I don't mean to be mad. It's just, it's like you get frustrated when things don't work the way they're supposed to work. I know, like this would normally, we normally be coloring and enjoying the process, so. Sometimes I see something underneath. See here, I can do this. Like you see this little thing here? So let me show you what I'm coloring so you guys can see here. I can do this with this, but I can't do this with my webcam. And for those who are interested, this is the webcam that I've been using for a few years. Then someone told me, update your drivers, do this, do this. Well, you know, these are the first things that I always do, you know. update the settings, I'll do my Windows update. You know, it's important to do your Windows update, not only to update the software, but to update the security settings on your computer. And I just found out that they're gonna it's the time for the annual renew, which is expensive because you gotta pay for all these things, you know? So yeah, I made that nice and pretty on that thing. Now some people say I should do this green and purple, but I'm thinking, what should I color the front cover of that thing in there? Haven't decided if I'm gonna make that orange or blue. This is a round picture, so we do this like this. So, and I didn't get an answer, and I should get answers, but I get very frustrated when I don't get my answers right away. You know, and I made a comment on this channel, and I really shouldn't have made that comment because I was upset. You know, sometimes we make comments when we shouldn't make comments. Hold on, I just dropped something. I think I just dropped one of the little gel pen refills. I don't understand what this has been. So, when the gel pens drop, you know. And that was really just very rude of me to do that. Trying to figure out what blue to do the color. I'm gonna do that. I may use a Black Widow. Well, let me get my Black Widow because I'm gonna get the Black Widows to do it. To make the ocean blue and white. Yeah, I'm gonna do this as blue and white, but it's gonna be a little bit of a darker blue, but it ain't gonna be like a totally, like, so that means the clothes have now dried, so hopefully, you know, it's like, you know, sometimes you have to make decisions. Like I want a nice blue, but I don't want it too blue, you know what I mean? Like, I want it like a pleasant blue. And sure enough, I find a pleasant blue. It's always about picking the color for me. Oh, usually I'm used to doing this so much in the live stream. This is from the Dragon set of Black Widows. This is called Pleasant Blue. You might hear noise in the background, and forgive me, but that's my laundry machine. When you heard that sound, it's like... I had that going on, so yeah, we have laundry to do. My mother will probably call me and let me know. Not everything dried, so I have to put it on again for about another 30 minutes, so we know how that works, right? Hold on, let me just get my sharpener. Now, one thing about my thing is that I can't technically get a lot of things. Okay, so when they start to go dull, and I'm going to put this as whole porcelain blue, but we're going to put the thing in the little things as gel pens. Even if we don't finish everything today, at least I'll have something on the camera to show you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go live for a while now because the colors. If I can't use my thing and I can't go live, that means either I have to buy a new one, figure out what's going on with the computer and the software. Very frustrating when you want to work and you can't work because everything is going wrong. And this is one of my bigger books. This is just Mermaids, so I figure since it's mermaid, that Anastasia deserves a video for herself. I know I haven't done a color and chat like this in a while, so. But I feel like if I don't give you something, anything, it's not the same. And I may finish one of my top 10 books this month if I'm lucky. And you can see these are my Black Widows, which I particularly like. I might have to start getting some of the Monarchs again because I'm starting some of my Monarchs are starting to run low again. So, but I really don't want to buy another webcam. So, you know, how I stream, someone asked me this. So I was like, okay, you want to know how I stream? That's a very simple answer. How I stream is I use this, so because I had to take the tripod, the camera off the tripod, it's this little Logitech webcam, which I hook up and plug into my thing, but I have it on a tripod, so you guys see, this is the actual webcam that I've been using for a few years, so got this as a Christmas gift, but I really don't want to have to do a new thing, and then I'm going to ask my brother later on if he can help fix my webcam. If he can't fix it, then he's probably going to tell me you probably need to buy a new one. So. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, that's the answer. But really, I don't want that to be the answer if I can do something else. Because my brother knows a lot more about video equipment than I do. I only know part of things. So, I know, it sounds like I'm complaining, but this is what's going on right now. I mean, I have all this stuff out here. What am I going to do, you know? I'm like, well, I guess I have to do a pre-recorded video since I brought all, I brought all this stuff out to the dining room table, and I'm like, well, if I can't go live, I have to do a pre-recorded video. The problem with doing the pre-recorded videos is I don't get the feedback, number one. Number two, I have to spend the time when I'm done with this video uploading it. It's not only just recording the video that takes time. It's the uploading of it. Even before I upload it, I have to convert the file. And then what happened on Tuesday this week, we had no power for about a good 7 hours. So what I did was I recorded a few flip-throughs. One of them you already saw, which was the Let's Color magazine that I have, the Magical Kingdom one. This color, I think, is amethyst. I'm like, okay, well, we make a backup plan. We do plan B. Now, I'm not a fan of plan B. I don't like plan B, but this is what I gotta do. We're gonna make this pink. I already know we're making this pink, or tail pink, so. And I tell you, the paper in this first edition of this book is really good. I don't have the second edition, but people tell me that I think there was one person I know who has the first one edition, like this, like I have, and she got the second edition, and she tells me that the paper is a little different in the second edition. It's a little bit more toothy, she says, so. I thought something old would be nice to color in. So that's just the sharpener. So when I need the sharpener, I'll bring it out. Now, you don't have to make the tails green, or you don't have to make them the traditional colors. You can make them as fun as you want. That's one thing I like about mermaids. You don't have to make them the traditional colors. I know I'm going to be coloring a lot of mermaids. I've already colored a lot of mermaids. And I did color from a Kirby this month. And it's kind of funny because I get very intimidated when I color a Kirby. I don't know why, but I always get a little intimidated when I do a Kirby. It makes me a little scared when I do a Kirby. So you see, when this thing tells me I only have 2 bars left, then I'll stop. And when it tells me I have 1, and then we'll stop, you know. I can only go as far as the battery life lets me go in this, but it's what it is. So, you know, this is not an Amazon book, so I don't have to put the Amazon disclaimer, but I will if you want me to include other products that I may use in this video. See, this is a dark color. It's a dark purple, but it's actually lighter in the thing. It's just coming out really dark on camera. For me, I love coloring mermaids, fantasy creatures. You know, I love that stuff, you know. That's the things I really like to color, more fantasy-based stuff. Doesn't mean that I won't color something realistic like the one picture that I colored. You probably guys saw it on Instagram. If you haven't seen it, I'll show you my Kirby pick. And you know, I am always a very nervous person when I color a Kirby pick. See, this is what I've colored in the Kirby pick. See, I liked it. So let me show you the picture actually. See, that's the Nicholas Filbert picture that I did. I just finished this one in Nicholas Filbert last night. And then I did this one. I did this one in Fragile World. I finished this one in Fragile World. This one I did completely with Black Widows and polychromos. Yeah. This one was done entirely with polychromos and Black Widows. Believe it or not, no Christmas on this one. That is a first, to do a picture without a thing in there. So, let's see, did someone answer me back? No, people like the photo, you know. Tell me they like my photos, but they don't. This is going to be a different kind of picture than normal. I mean, there's not much I can do, you know. All I can do is this, and we learn to live with the things that we... What's that quote? You learn to accept the things that you must. And make adjustments when needed. I like colors that I can somewhat make control of. This is a dark blue. This is, what is this? Starry Night. And I have finished season 2 of 911. I am now currently, I just watched the first episode of season 3, and I think this is, Buck took the Christopher to an amusement park. And I think somehow now they're at a amusement park, and the tsunami is coming for them. I'm thinking this is coming out much nicer than I thought it was going to come out. You know, it's always fun to color these things in. You know, and I really wanted to do, you know, normally I don't bring my Anastasia book out. This is like, it's on the bottom shelf with all the rest of my spiral bounds. So, you know, I have a shelf where I keep all my, most of my spiral bounds. But that shelf has kind of expanded over the years because now there are more books in there. So now we do the skin tone, which I do a white. Where's my white? We do basically, they call this color Casper. So I'm hoping eventually someone will be able to tell me what's wrong with my thing. But if nobody can tell me, nobody can tell me, you know, and then I have to get my brother to teach me how to do it. Then I'm gonna have to ask my brother later for help. So I also have a whole list of things that I need from my Copics, and I'm like, so it's always very much a lot of stuff that I like to color on it. So then I do this pink here, which is called Candy, and this comes from the Monarch set. And what I did to use the chimpanzees in the Kirby book was a dark skin tone, 2 dark skin tone colors to create that color, to create them. So feel really good about that. Clean in there. Yeah, the only other thing is that I'm having a problem right now is coloring, what do you call it? Dark skin. This is called light mocha. You ever start something, then stop something, so that's the color I use, so I'm like, eventually I'll blush. Yeah, I'm hoping that someone can give me some tips and just someone liked my post, so see, the other thing is I don't know how to hook this thing up to that thing, so that's the other thing to monitor with this when you do that. Okay, put that there. You guys can tell I've come prepared with a lot of different things today, so depending on what we do today, all my things are here today, so I have all this stuff here, so eventually I'll put this all, what do you call it? I'll put it all back at some point. Depends on how much we can cut color on this thing. So then I'm going to put a light peach color. You guys can tell the cover came off. The cover comes off this thing quite a lot. So when I do this, I can do it like this, I can move so I do this like this. Then I put the light peach on and I blend. The light peach color in the Prismas is a great, last color, it's a great blender color too. But I usually put this on last because then it's like a last thing in it. Some would argue that I should really do this last. This is not what I wanted to do today, not the way we were supposed to color it, but it is what it is. This is pink. This is a pure pink color from PC 929. This is the Prisma. So you guys get an idea of what I'm coloring. think I'm gonna make these green. Don't worry, this is gonna be a light home. I already know what color I'm gonna put for this underground sea already. So now we're gonna do some green. I'm gonna put some green in it. Some really nice, a nice little pastel green in there. But I really like the greens in here. I like the greens in here. This is lettuce green. Let me put the green here. So. Do you see the prettiness of that color, how that color just... These colors really pop. Don't know why, but they always pop really prettily. Someone asked me, would I buy the color pastels? Absolutely. Everything that I have in my pencil collection currently, I would absolutely say 100% I would buy again. See how those colors pop? Like, they really pop, like... They don't just pop, they pop really nicely, and I really enjoy that. I think after I'm done this green little leaf, that's where we're gonna stop, because now they're giving me that little What is that thing when your camera goes red and it flicks like flick, flick, flick? To me, it's very important that I think I have like 2 whips in here now. With this one, I think it's a second one, but I have colored in this book before. So, you know, there are different things that I color in this one. A lot of you have seen this book, but I think they also picked some of the first time that she did a color in heaven. So I'm gonna zoom out and show you what we have colored so far. So you see, we did this much in it, and there's still a lot of detail in this. So this one has a lot of details. Don't discount this book. It's very big. So I have done some in marker, I have done some in pencil. So this is a very old book. As you can see, my top came off. So that's why I handle this book a little more gently than other books. This is your name page, and this is in Russian. She is a Russian artist, so you guys do know the artist. Here's one I did a long time ago. I was almost tempted to pick this one, but I didn't. There were a lot of pictures I could have picked. So, just want to show you. We did this one a long time ago. So, this is just some of the stuff that we color in it. But, you know, I've done a lot of picks over the years in this book, so, yeah. Here's another one that I've done that I particularly am fond of. This one. This one that I've done that I was particularly fond of. This one I was particularly fond of. I was particularly fond of this one I did a long time ago. So that tells you the level of pictures in this book, because I don't get to color from it as much as I would like to color from it. This is one that I did, and I put what I put in this. This is what I call Prismacolor pencils, gel writer or Arteza gel pens. Guess I had those at the time. Lyra polycolor pencils. So, this is the one that we're working on. I think we did. Those are double page spreads. This is one I started a long time ago, never finished. So you guys, this is part marker, part pencil, I believe. Then we did this one a long time ago, the little girl. So you see, I've done a few things in this book over the years. But because this book is so big, it's like, if I get it out, I do work in it. So don't think I don't work in it. So I want to say happy coloring to all of you. So we will continue. We will try and continue this picture, and hopefully I'll be able to do this live. Everybody stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye, everybody.
Mm-hmm.